When did you last do something? Not for your job, not for your family, not for anyone else. Just for you. Just because you needed it. Just because you deserved it.
If you had to think about that for a long time, this episode is for you. Today, we are talking about how to love yourself more. Not in a selfish way, in a healthy, honest, real way. And we are going to do it in simple English, with real stories and real tools you can use starting today.
We speak in clear, simple English here, perfect for intermediate learners. And whenever we use a harder word, we stop and explain it right away. So just relax and stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Leo podcast. I'm Leo.
And I'm Belle. So happy you are here with us. Before we start, how are you doing right now? Not fine. Honestly, how are you?
I'll go first. Today, I saw something small that stayed with me. I was waiting in a long line, and someone quietly let another person go first. No big gesture, no announcement, just a small, quiet kindness.
Ha, quiet kindness. I love that. Those small moments are the ones that remind you people are generally good.
Exactly. It made me feel calm for the whole rest of the day. How about you, Belle?
I caught myself rushing this morning, like my whole body was in a hurry for no reason. And I stopped. I made a warm drink, I sat down, and I just stayed there for 1 minute. Not checking my phone, not thinking about work. Just 1 quiet minute.
1 minute. That sounds small, but honestly, that takes practice.
It does. And it felt like coming back to myself. Like, oh, there I am.
Coming back to yourself. And maybe you listening right now, you need that too. A small return to yourself.
And that is exactly what today's episode is about. How to love yourself more. How to stop abandoning yourself. How to treat yourself with the same kindness you give to everyone else.
We'll talk about boundaries, self-worth, negative self-talk, guilt, and how to bounce back after hard days. Real tools, simple English, real life.
But first, a small favor. If you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe and share it with one friend. And stay until the end because we have a special challenge for you in the comments today.
Okay, let's get into it. Take one slow breath. No pressure. You don't have to become perfect today. Just be here with us.
Leo, let's start with something simple but important. Something that changed how I see my own behavior.
Go ahead.
The way you treat yourself becomes your standard. It's like an invisible price tag. Not money, but value. And when you value yourself clearly, other people usually follow your lead.
And when you don't value yourself, you start teaching people something without meaning to.
Exactly. Like when you keep saying yes, even when you want to say no, people learn. Oh, Belle is always available. And at first, it sounds like a compliment. Helpful, reliable, kind.
But then it becomes a habit, and habits turn into roles. Suddenly, you're the person who always says yes, even when you're exhausted.
And one day you look around and think, how did I get here? I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. And nobody even noticed.
Can I share a story here?
Please.
A few years ago, a friend used to message me late at night. Not every day, but often. And I always replied, even when I was half asleep. I kept telling myself, it's fine, I'm just being kind.
But that kind of nice slowly drains you. Like your energy is leaking, little by little, without you noticing.
Exactly. And then one night, I didn't reply for 1 hour. Just 1 hour. And the next day, my friend said, "Where were you?" In a serious tone, like I had done something wrong.
Oof, that moment. Because you suddenly realize the expectation is already there, and you built it without planning to.
Yes, I trained people to expect instant access to me. And the lesson wasn't, stop being kind. The lesson was, kindness needs a limit. Kindness needs a line.
And that line has a name. Boundaries.
Boundaries. In English, boundaries means your personal limits. What is okay and what is not okay.
And boundaries are not walls. They're more like doors. You can still be warm, still be kind, but you are in control. You decide who comes in, how long they stay, and when you close the door to rest.
Hmm. And here's something interesting. When you set a boundary, some people get uncomfortable.
Especially the people who benefited when you had no boundaries.
Ah, yes. They're not used to your new standard. And that discomfort, that's actually a sign the boundary is working.
Okay, let's go a little deeper. Because boundaries only work when you believe, truly believe, that you deserve them.
And that brings us to self-worth.
Self-worth means you believe you have value as a human being, even on your bad days. Not only when you look perfect, not only when you're productive, not only when other people approve of you.
And that word, approval, connects to something called validation.
Validation is when other people confirm you are good enough. And validation feels nice. Of course it does. But if you need it constantly, you become fragile.
Fragile means easily hurt or broken. Like, if one person doesn't like you, you crash. If someone criticizes you, your whole day falls apart.
I had this exact experience. I posted something online, something small and honest, and one person wrote a rude comment. And my mood changed instantly. Like that one stranger had a remote control for my feelings.
Oh, wow. One click and your whole day shifts.
Yes. And I realized I was borrowing my worth from outside, from other people's opinions. And when they changed their opinion, my worth went with it.
So here's a sentence you can keep. Say it to yourself. My worth is not up for discussion.
And another one. I am enough, even while I'm still improving.
That's second one. I am enough even while I'm still improving. That feels like a deep breath.
Because it takes the pressure off. You don't have to be finished to be worthy. You are worthy right now, today, in this moment, and you are also growing. Both things are true at the same time.
Okay, I want to talk about something we touched on in a previous episode, but it goes even deeper with this topic.
The sorry habit?
The sorry habit, yes. When people don't value themselves, they start apologizing for everything. Not just for real mistakes, but for simply existing.
Sorry, can I ask a question? Sorry, I'm a bit tired today. Sorry, I just wanted to say.
And it sounds small, but every time you say sorry for just being human, you send a message to yourself and to others. I don't deserve space.
And you do deserve space. Of course you do.
I had a colleague once, genuinely one of the kindest people I've ever met. But every message she sent started with sorry. Even when she was helping me. Even when she was doing something right.
Ah, and you noticed. She was making herself smaller before anyone even asked her to.
Exactly. And there's a phrase I love for this. You don't need to shrink.
You don't need to shrink. Because sorry can slowly become a way of asking permission. Permission to exist, permission to speak, permission to take up space.
And the right people, the people who truly care about you, they will never ask you to disappear.
So apologize when you make a real mistake. That's important and healthy. But stop apologizing for being a human being who has needs.
Okay, word corner time. Let's slow down and really feel the key words from today.
Nice and slow. No rush, just words with pictures.
First, boundaries. Boundaries are your personal limits, what you accept and what you don't accept. For example, my boundary is no work messages after 9 p.m. Or, she set a clear boundary and I respected it. Boundaries are not walls, they are doors you control.
Next, self-worth. Self-worth means you believe you have value as a person, even on your worst days. For example, my self-worth doesn't change because of one bad day. Or, I'm working on my self-worth and learning to respect myself more.
Next, validation. Validation is when other people confirm you are good enough, their approval. For example, I used to need constant validation from others. Or, real confidence doesn't depend on validation.
Next, drain. To drain means something takes your energy away. Slowly, quietly, like a battery losing power. For example, doom scrolling really drains me. Or, some conversations drain my energy and I need time to recover.
And doom scrolling, a beautiful modern word. It means scrolling through negative or stressful content online for a long time. We call it doom because it makes you feel heavy and hopeless after. For example, I stopped doom scrolling before bed and I started sleeping much better.
Next, inner critic. Your inner critic is that voice inside your head that says you're not good enough or you always fail. For example, my inner critic was very loud today, but I didn't listen to it. Or, I'm learning to question my inner critic instead of believing everything it says.
And connected to that, negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is the harsh way you speak to yourself inside your mind. For example, I replace my negative self-talk with kinder words. Or, negative self-talk makes small problems feel enormous.
Next, bounce back. To bounce back means to recover after something difficult, a failure, a rejection, a hard week. For example, she bounced back after a really tough month. Or, self-love helps you bounce back faster because you don't punish yourself with shame.
And finally, guilt. Guilt is that heavy feeling when you believe you did something wrong. For example, I felt guilt after saying no, but then I reminded myself it was the right choice. Or, guilt can be loud, but loud doesn't always mean correct.
Loud doesn't always mean correct. Remember that one. Rewind this section anytime. Pick one word and make one sentence with it, even in your head.
Okay, let's go inside the mind for a moment. Because all of this, the boundaries, the self-worth, the sorry habit, it all connects to one thing. What you say to yourself when nobody is listening.
The inner critic.
Yes, that voice that says, you're not good enough. You always mess things up. Who do you think you are?
And the scary part is, we believe it. We treat it like a fact, not like a fear.
Ouch. And once you believe it, you start acting smaller. You start shrinking again.
So here is a simple but powerful trick. When you catch a negative thought, don't fight it aggressively. Just ask it one question.
What's the question?
Is this a fact or is this fear?
That one question. Because fear is like fog. It makes everything look bigger and scarier than it really is.
And facts are like a flashlight. They show you what is actually real.
So when you make a mistake, don't use it as proof that you are bad. Use it as information. Okay, noted. Next time, I'll do it differently.
Mistakes are not your identity. They are stepping stones. They show you where to go next, not who you are.
And also, talk to yourself the way you would talk to a good friend. Because you would never say to a friend, you're useless, you always fail, give up. But we say it to ourselves like it's completely normal.
It's like living with a bully, but the bully is inside your own mind, and you can't walk away from it because it's always there.
So we have to change the voice, slowly, one thought at a time.
And once your inner voice becomes a little kinder, everything else starts to shift. Leo, let's talk about what happens after the hard days. Because hard days will come. That's not pessimism, that's just life.
Yes, life still hits you. The question is, how do you recover?
And people who love themselves, they bounce back faster. Not because nothing hurts them, but because they don't punish themselves with shame after every difficult moment.
Instead of, I'm worthless, I'm a failure, I'll never get better, they say, okay, that was hard, but I'm still here.
And then they look for one small win. Not a huge victory, just something small. I got out of bed. I answered one email. I went for a short walk.
Yes, those are real wins. Celebrate small wins. Because small wins build confidence quietly. Like adding one brick at a time to a wall. One brick looks like nothing, but after enough time, you look back and see something strong.
And the last ingredient for bouncing back, and maybe the most important one, is forgiveness.
Forgiving yourself.
Many people carry old guilt like a heavy backpack, and they've carried it so long, it starts to feel normal. But it isn't normal. It's just heavy.
And forgiving yourself doesn't mean saying, what I did was perfect. It means, I'm human. I made a mistake. I learned something. And now I'm choosing to move forward.
You keep the lesson, but you put down the shame.
You keep the lesson and put down the shame. Write that one down.
Because you deserve a fresh start. Not someday. Now. Today.
Let's bring everything together.
We talked about how the way you treat yourself becomes your standard, and how boundaries are the doors that protect your energy and your peace.
We talked about self-worth and why your value as a person is not something other people get to decide.
We talked about the sorry habit, and why you don't need to shrink or apologize for simply existing.
We talked about the inner critic and how to ask, is this a fact or is this fear? Instead of believing every harsh thought automatically.
And we talked about bouncing back, small wins, self-forgiveness, and putting down the shame while keeping the lesson.
If you remember only one thing from today, let it be this. The way you treat yourself teaches people how to treat you. So treat yourself well. Not perfectly, just well.
Okay, your challenge for today. And this one is very personal, and we really mean that.
Go to the comments and finish this sentence.
This week, one small way I will be kinder to myself is blank.
One sentence, that's all. It can be simple. I will say no to one thing I don't want to do. Or, I will take 10 minutes for myself without guilt. Or, I will stop saying sorry for things that aren't my fault.
Whatever is true for you, write it. In English, in the comments.
Because when you write it, you're not just thinking about it anymore. You're committing to it. You're making it real.
And other listeners will read your words and feel less alone. They'll think, someone else is working on this too. Maybe I can try.
Your one sentence might be exactly what someone else needs to read today.
So go to the comments. Be kind to yourself, starting right now with that one honest sentence.
And if this episode helped you, please subscribe, like, and share it with one friend who needs a reminder that they are enough.
This was English with Leo podcast. I'm Belle.
And I'm Leo. Take care of yourself, truly. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Be kind to yourself today.